started out in the mid-90s as a subcommittee of the City of Saco Conservation Commission, and then became a private nonprofit group in 1998. We started out with the mission to build a trail network and open up public access to, really, there's a whole lot of trails in the Saco, Biddeford, and Old Orchard Beach area. And our mission was to open them up to public access, keep them clean, and encourage people to use them.
We do the Sidewalk Art Festival every year in Saco. We have a table and we sell our guides, and just in general try to promote the trails. And I'm always amazed by how many people come by. We have like a map I made that shows the location of each of the trails, what town they're in, and people will look at it and say, I didn't know there's a trail right down my street. So yes, very much, and that's why we do things like that, so that people do know that there's a lot of trails that you don't have to go to a lot of trouble to get to. One of the trails that we help maintain is Clifford Park in Biddeford. It's actually owned by the city and has been since 1896. It's a huge park, and I think a lot of people are unaware of how big it really is. We go in there once a year on Earth Day, which is in April, and do a major cleanup. We also go in from time to time and refresh the blazes on the trails. There are numerous trails in there, rather easy to get lost, so it's important to keep it well blazed. There are some old granite quarries, and if you climb to a certain part of the top of the quarries, you can actually see the ocean from the middle of Biddeford.
Liking to walk out in nature, and it's a pastime for me and the family, and having had a dog that for a long time, who always needed to get out and about. Loved very much walking on trails. Did a lot of camping too as well with the family, so it was just something we like to do. So just the beauty, being in the beauty of the spot, and I think the biggest thing for me is finding a little gem, or a big gem like this in the middle of, you can't see it from all the roads around, and you come down what seems like a nondescript trail and then path in the woods, and you come across a quarry, or the falls behind me, or there's the trail over by the mobile station that's got what used to be dammed up, and used to be an ice rink in there. And there's just these fascinating connections to the past. I'm a trail steward, and I do that with my wife and family. I have 2 children, and we basically are charged with visiting the trail on a regular basis so that we can pick up the trash that's left behind by other users, and make sure that if there's downed trees or something, if it's something manageable, we can move it there and then, or if it's not, we can contact the board, the Saco Bay Trails board, and then we organize a trail cleanup.
Today we have a cleanup of the Cascade Falls area. This is a trail that we used to maintain, now it's temporarily closed while there's some construction's going on. We were told that there was some trash that had been dumped down here. We grab everything from the furniture that was sitting in the falls to little bits of glass, as much as we can get out. And we're going to drag all this out of here onto the roadside, and the City of Saco has offered to pick it up and haul it away for us. In addition to our website, we also have a trail guide that we publish. This is a fundraiser for us. We sell this, you can buy this online, you get it with membership to Saco Bay Trails, and you can also buy it at several local businesses in the Biddeford, Saco, and Old Orchard Beach area. There are a list of these on our website. And this guide has information on all the trails that we either maintain or promote in some way. It contains information about the length of the trail, directions on how to find the trail, and some of the natural history behind the trail, so you have an idea as you're hiking along what's going on. One of the trails we have in here is our Ted Wells Trail, which is in Ocean Park. This is a beautiful trail. It starts on Royal Street behind the Oceanwood camp offices, runs through a pine forest, and then heads out into Goosefair Marsh along a boardwalk. We built this probably about 4 years ago. At the end of the trail, you'll find a bird watching platform, and you can get a good view of the marsh from that. The whole trail is a little over a mile long. It takes perhaps 20 to 30 minutes to walk. It's very easy walking, and it's a good example of the trails that we do.
Our newest trail is the Horton Woods, which is located on Route 112 in Saco, about 5 miles from the center of town. We opened it on June 7th. And this is on land that was sold to the city by Don and Jean Horton. They sold 100 acres as part of Saco's Land for Saco's Future program. And we started working on that trail about 2 years ago. And we opened a 2.5-mile section. It goes through woods and then eventually comes down to a marsh area with an overlook and then follows the brook down. Last summer we hired the Appalachian Mountain Club to build a bridge across the brook because there's a lot more land on the other side. And they spent 3 weeks. They had to haul everything in, do this all by hand, and it came out really nice.
We certainly encourage people to get out and use the trails. Funny thing is we found that we lead guided hikes on our trails, and so often we'll hear people tell us that they've never been out to a particular trail, even though we know about it, we've been using it for years. So we certainly encourage people to come out and use them. We also encourage people to come and join us and help us. We're a small group. We've got a board of about 9 or 10 people that we're looking to expand, and we can always use help, whether it's trail cleanup, whether it's office work, helping with mailings, or joining the board and helping us grow this network. Certainly anyone who's interested should get in contact with us.